Hello students, I'm back again with the same chapter naming Rise and Spread of Christianity across the world, especially in Rome and in Minor Asia. Okay, in my previous videos, I had discussed all the topics related to this chapter. In this video, I would describe and let you know about the impact of monasteries. See, the early medieval monasteries introduced the monastic society in every part of Western Europe. And during the 6th century, the monastic life spread to an unforeseen extent. And people like Gregory I praised the institution and promoted its interest in every possible way. During this period, the Roman monk Augustine built a monastery at Canterbury. His companion Mellitus founded Westminster. The Anglo-Saxon Wilfrid established Peterborough. Benedict Biscop founded Wearmouth and Yarrow. Okay. Now, in the medieval monasteries, labor was regulated somewhat as in an industrial penitentiary, and the monks had to give all the fruits of their labor to the monasteries. Okay, now sometimes the medieval monasteries were used as prisons for deposed kings, criminals, and clergy convicts of crime. Okay, Saint Anthony of Thebes was the first Christian hermit to organize an order of the monks, and he is regarded as the founder of monasticism in Europe. Okay, see, the remarkable growth of monasticism brought great wealth and political power, which were used in large measure to strengthen the church. Kings and nobles made large grants of lands, especially Charlemagne and Louis and Pius. Besides, many monks brought their possessions as gift to the monastery, or in some cases, powerful abbots took land by force. Okay? Now, monasticism thus gradually became secularized and also feudalized. Okay, see, if you move forward, then you will come to know as the prosperity gave rise to abuses. Okay, means the prosperity which was given, it gave rise to abuses, and the high position were taken by the members of the laity, the worldly spirit of the century, invading the monastic life. The observance of rules gradually declined, and in order to stop the decline, those faithful to the spirit of the church initiated the great church reforms movement of the 11th century. And the rule of Saint Benedict was again applied with full vigor, and at the forefront of the movement were again medieval monasteries like Cluny. Since monasticism was considered the perfection of Christian life, it was natural to choose the clergy from the monks. Gregory the Great was the first monk to be elected pope. Okay. Now, the medieval monasteries promoted the higher ideals of a holy Christian life and emphasized the necessity of humility and purity. Thereafter, the monk, not the priest, was the apostle of Middle Ages who taught men and nations the simple Christian life of the gospel. Okay. Now, coming forward, the medieval monasteries offered a home to the poor and unfortunate. Besides, they promoted equality, tended to purify and regenerate society, and administered the charity. Moreover, they fed the hungry, okay, cared for the sick and dying, and entertained the traveler. Through their organization, the medieval monasteries kept alive ideas of democracy. Okay, see, the monks took an active part in many forms of local government, and many times they defended the vassal against the noble. Okay, the medieval monasteries preserved the treasuries of civilization and learning during the Dark Ages, and the first musicians, painters, sculptors, architects, and educators of Christian Europe were monks. Okay, now what they did? They laid the foundation for the universities as well. Okay, they were the thinkers and philosophers of the day, and they secured the continuity of thought and civilization. Besides developing various arts, illuminating books, and moreover building religious edifices. Okay, besides paintings and carving, the monks made manual labor as an essential part of medieval monasteries' life, and they became the model farmer of the Europe. Okay, so overall, the medieval monasteries fulfilled a genuine need and performed an important advice for Christian civilization, and next to the magnificent organization of the papacy was a decisive factor in the rise of the medieval church. Okay, so this is all about monasteries and their impact. Okay, now after discussing this impact of monasteries, this chapter is concluded as well. Okay, you have few terms. Okay, this terms, you can say difficult terms which you are not able to understand. It is given here. Okay, if any term is not not coming in your mind and you are not able to understand the term, okay, of this chapter, then you can go through these terms and read it. Okay, but I believe my videos are enough to understand this chapter completely. However, if you find any a problem, okay, you can go through this these meanings. Okay, the major meanings, like meanings, this word given here and the meaning. Okay, then it would it would give you a clear cut idea about what does it mean actually. Okay, so that's how this chapter is concluded, and in my next video I will bring a MCQ section, question answers, short questions, long questions, besides this true and false, and that's how the entire chapter will be concluded. Okay, I hope you all are doing well in this lockdown situation. Do not step outside of your house if you don't have any work to do in market. Okay, you have enough time, you have quite enough time, so utilize that time doing some productive work like studying, helping your parents, helping your family members. So this is the best I can wish for you. So this is all for today. Wait for my next video and you will get the answers of this question. Thanking you all. Have a great day.